Welcome to my echoey bathroom where I have a co-star today by the name of Tipizzle.
I am so excited to be here today.
Yeah, he has his own Instagram. Just saying. But today is the day that I share with you some zero waste swaps, sustainable things in my bathroom. I think making these videos where we go back to the basics every now and then to see what's actually working and what I use, and so that people who are interested in starting and restarting and whatever can see what the heck a zero waste bathroom looks like. Anyway, I know some of these videos are my favorite ones to watch. They are some of the most highly requested ones. And so today we're gonna talk about the zero waste swaps and other sustainable things in my bathroom. Starting with the door here and the towels. I don't have a lot to say about towels, but there are a couple certifications you can look for when you're looking for sustainable ones. There are these right here. If you look for those two certifications and then also look for organic cotton and natural materials, I think that's the most sustainable option. And that's what these are here. Like this one I've had for a long time, and it has the little certification label right here. And I think more than anything, prioritizing sustainable materials, but also making your things last as long as you can is the most sustainable option. That's my little tidbit about towels, just because they're right here on the back of my door. And then you walk in and then there's my towel closet. I feel like I keep it pretty minimal in here, but also including towels is my makeup eraser. Can you see it? Real cute, just a little dirty, real cute. This one is from Grove Collaborative. It's not the brand that is makeup eraser, but it is exactly the same. And honestly, these things are incredible. So when I take my makeup off, I just use jojoba oil, put it on my face as a first cleanse. And you don't have to wipe it off. You could just immediately like wash your face and get it all off with your second cleanse. But I like to wipe some of it off, at least around my eyes, with the makeup eraser. And when you travel, these are so good because this is all you have to bring, and you don't have to worry about bar soaps or liquids to take off your makeup. This does work just on its own. Not me giving you a huge spiel about my makeup eraser, but yeah, this is how I take my makeup off these days. I think that is new. I don't think I've ever talked about that in my bathroom swaps before, so I'll leave a link below for you. Also in my towel closet are my butt towels. Is that weird to say? Probably, but we're in my bathroom, so it's weird. Here we are. This is the toilet paper I use. I've been talking about Who Gives a Crap for as long as I've been on the internet, I'm pretty sure. I love Who Gives a Crap for a lot of reasons. I love what they stand for. They give a lot of their profits to building toilets in places where people don't have access to them. So the mission behind the brand in and of itself is really, really cool to me, and I like supporting brands that do something other than just make a profit. Other than that, I've been using Who Gives a Crap for years because they are made of recycled paper. And you know how many millions of trees are cut down to make toilet paper from virgin trees? We're literally flushing trees down the toilet. Whereas Who Gives a Crap is made of recycled materials, and they also have a luxury bamboo line, but we're not that bougie over here. We just go with the basics. And I have a subscription model, which means that when everybody was having trouble finding toilet paper at the beginning of 2020, I was guaranteed to get my toilet paper because I'm on a subscription service, which you can actually check out right now and get $10 off of your first subscription with the link in the description and the code here on the screen. Aside from that, Who Gives a Crap is a B certified corporation. Couldn't love them anymore. Highly recommend. I have their traditional wrapping in here, but I also have some of their Christmas designs still, because we really only go through about 2 boxes of it a year, which is just another bonus of getting Who Gives a Crap. It's incredibly convenient. You don't have to lug toilet paper home from the grocery store anymore. Also in my towel closet are my other, whoa, my goodness, my other makeup remover cloths. But since getting this one, I really have not touched these. This, when you put it in the washer, comes out much cleaner than these, which is fine that they stain. And I also could have picked black towels instead of white if I was thinking. But these also have the certified label on them, and I've had them for many years. So this is just stays in there for now because they are makeup stained. I don't really know what else to do with them at the moment. They will probably become cleaning cloths one day. These also work just as well. Like whatever you have in your home to take off your makeup works. I got this for travel and just happened to love it and continue to use it at my home as well. And then I don't know if you can see this, but that's all my sunscreen. This is a lot. I feel like I typically skip over this part of the video because I don't have one particular sunscreen that I think is like the best and the answer to everything. I do, however, think sunscreen is incredibly important. I had a skin cancer scare a couple years ago, and since then I don't care what kind of packaging my sunscreen comes in. I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna protect myself. I actually will also wear a sun shirt when I know I'm going to be out in the sun for like long periods of time. If I'm at the beach, I'll take a picture in my cute bathing suit and then popping on the sun shirt right after that, just to be extra careful. But I think it's really important, even if you can't find sunscreen in a zero waste package, to at least always look for the ones that avoid chemicals that are bad for the planet as well. So this one by Alba is reef friendly. It's one of the only ones that's like a spray that is. This one is by My Shell, also reef safe, and this one is by Raw Element. This one is tinted. Madison likes this one. It's in an aluminum tube, so this one is recyclable. I mean, they all are, just not in my curbside, but I do recycle all of them in their own different ways. So yeah, always have a lot of sunscreens on me at all times. It's very important to me. And that's pretty much it in here, except for my other towels that are like in rotation. This is actually a wonderful reusable pet hair remover brush, but that's kind of irrelevant to this conversation. Adult toys down there, like I always say, and we'll move on from that. I don't think that I've shown you my bathroom since I did some decorating. It's really not a lot. I bought this basket on our honeymoon last year at an antique store, and then I basically have these other two vases that have some flowers from my wedding bouquet in them. I did dry my bouquet, but I took a couple things out of it to put in here, and I really like it. It's very simple, nothing too crazy. And also a plant on the toilet, because why not? And then if I just bring you down to here, we can continue this awkward conversation in my bathroom. As someone who is given the title of influencer online, my goal is never to convince you to buy things that you don't need, right? Mostly I talk about the way you can buy things that you're already buying in a more sustainable way. That's really the only thing I'm ever trying to influence you to buy, except for if you've never tried a bidet attachment. Let's talk about this one. The level of cleanness that you feel when you use a bidet attachment is quite literally unmatched. The combination of my Tushy bidet and my Who Gives a Crap toilet paper is like two angels met up in heaven and said, let's go save Shelby in the bathroom right now. But seriously, I'm not gonna go on for too long about it, but if you have not tried a bidet, please tell me why. Like, if you have not tried to get one, I would love to know why and what your holdup is, and if it's like a stigma or if you just don't think you'd like it, because for a long time I didn't think I would either. But that's here on my toilet, and I think it's important to mention. My Who Gives a Crap toilet paper, always on lock. And then I also have back here, this is a compostable toilet brush. Honestly, I put off buying this for a long time because I didn't need it, and I was using the plastic one, the other plastic one that we have, but that one is now downstairs to clean the downstairs toilet, and I have this one up here to clean this one and the other upstairs toilet. So it just makes sense to have one on each floor, and I ended up getting this one because it's all wooden and it's completely plastic free. I'll have this linked below as well. But like I was saying, the most sustainable option is always what you already have. So please don't go buy a wooden toilet brush if the one you already have is working perfectly fine. I don't know how often you're supposed to replace toilet brushes, but honestly, I don't ever. Make what you have last for as long as you do. That's the most sustainable option. Moving off of the toilet because it's the weirdest place to talk to a camera ever. If you didn't already know, baths do take more water than just taking a shower. I mean, I guess it depends on how long your shower is. If you're taking an hour-long shower, then maybe not. But I don't take baths on a super regular basis, maybe once a month, every other month, because they take more water. And honestly, they're just less convenient, right? But I thought I'd put that little tidbit in here about them taking more water because we're talking about sustainability, not just zero waste, okay? Anyway, in my bathtub, I have Lush bath bombs over there. Ever since I was little, I dreamed of having a big glass jar of bath bombs that I could just pluck from and take a luxurious bath. And I'm kind of living out those dreams here in this bathtub, which I'm really grateful for. And then these are a couple other bath. It's not a salt and it's not a bubble. It's bath powder, I guess you would say, from Ecosia, one of my favorite skincare brands. So that's what that is. And also in my bathtub, I have this wooden bath tray. When I made this bath tray, it was actually during a no-buy I was doing on my channel. I had just recently moved into this house and went a little overboard with all the things I bought moving into a new house that was much bigger than my previous space, and I needed to get stuff, you know? And so I decided to do a no-buy, and during that time I decided I really wanted a bath tray, but instead I just used this old piece of wood that in my old apartment was over my bed as like a plant shelf. That was years ago now, but I still use this bath tray whenever I take a bath because it works. It holds my laptop and my water, and that's all I really need it to do, right? And also we always have to have some greenery around, so my pothos plant that's way up there is all the way down and like it's all the way onto the ground now. I need to clip it and probably start some new plants, but that's it on the bathtub section. And onto the shower. I have probably one of the most minimal showers I've ever seen, and that's because I don't use conditioner. I personally don't shave. I don't use a loofah or a rag. I use what works for me, and that's it. So all I have in here is my plain shampoo. This is the shampoo I use because it is refillable, not just recyclable. This is by a brand called Plain, if you've never heard me talk about them, and basically you use the shampoo and then you send the bottle back. They refill it and you get a new one, and I think that's the most sustainable way to get a liquid shampoo. You can definitely use bars, which are very sustainable, and I have a few videos comparing many different zero waste shampoos if you want to go check that out. But this is the one that's worked for me for a long time, and the one that I don't have to use conditioner with, and my hair doesn't feel like crazy brittle or dry or anything. And my hair is much better without conditioner. I don't have to wash it all the time. It's not so oily. Like, this is third day hair, can you see? And we are having no issues. As women especially, or people who identify as feminine, we're marketed so much stuff that we need in the shower, from shaving creams to gels to smelly things to different types of hair treatments and washes, pre-washes, and just all these things that like genuinely we don't need. I completely understand there are different hair types out there that need other things. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when it comes to sustainability, just buying less is definitely an option and something to keep in mind. So that's the only thing I use on my hair. I use whatever the heck soap bar I have at the time. This is the one I'm using right now. And my advice for soap in general is just buy a bar. And I think pretty much no matter where you live, there's probably someone making soap. And whether they're selling it at the farmer's market, on the side of the road, in a local like gift shop, there's someone in your area making soap. Just support the person in your area that makes soap. That's what I think. This is my Ecosia face wash. It's a face wash I use. Sometimes I switch between this and the Indie Lee face wash as well, but this is the one I have in here right now. And what else is in here? I can show you this razor, but honestly, like I said, I don't shave. So my partner, if you didn't know, her name is Madison, and she uses the Leaf Shave razor. We've gone through a couple other safety razors that have gotten lost when we travel. They do have a blade recycling program, and I really just, you know, I do think this is a good razor, so I'll link it below if you want to check it out. And that's it for the shower. Like I say, very minimal. And I think that's something to note and to keep in mind, that if you can't afford really expensive, sustainable, eco-friendly products, just minimize the amount of things you use is honestly also a sustainable option. Our co-star is coming in and out because he does not like when he doesn't have access to me. So if this door is closed, he's angry out there. If the door is closed, he's also usually angry in here. So he is coming and going, but he is back for now. Anyway, I recently did a declutter where I decluttered the stuff under my bathroom sink. Basically all that's in there now though is refills of the things I use, like other serums are down there, refills of my plain shampoo, refills of my face wash. That's pretty much all that's down there now. And on the vanity, all we have is this bottle, which is the mouthwash where I make mouthwash for Madison, and I need to do that today. Can you tell? It's empty. But I've been using this bottle for many years and DIYing mouthwash for Madison. I'll leave a link to that video with the recipe here and in the description. It's one of the only DIYs I still do. I do still make toilet tabs to clean my toilets, and I'm trying to think if I do anything else. I hate DIY. Did you know? I hate it. Also on the vanity is my Blue Land foaming hand soap. I also talked about this in a recent video. If you want to go see that, I'll link it up here if it's not already. I'll also link it below. It's a decluttering video where I talk more more about Blue Land. But this is basically a refillable hand soap where you put a little tablet that comes in a little compostable pack, put it in here, add water, and you have a foaming hand soap. So I keep this here. Baking soda is also in a little tin over here. That's to make the mouthwash. And in the past I've gotten comments about why in this top drawer is there a spoon, and that would be why, because I make the mouthwash in here. A bamboo toothbrush is a must in any zero waste household, am I right? I personally always recommend the brand Brush with Bamboo because they're one of the first people who made them. They have a really responsible supply chain in terms of ethics and in terms of sustainability. This is the only zero waste toothpaste with fluoride that I like. It's called Hey Humans, and you can only get it at Target, I'm pretty sure. Like, the brand is exclusively at Target, so if you don't have access to Target, then you don't have access to this. And this is just an aluminum tube, whereas most toothpaste tubes are plastic aluminum laminates, which makes them not able to be recycled in your regular curbside. I've talked about the nuances of plastic aluminum laminates a lot. I will continue because I think in some cases they're still a sustainable option. But I think where there's a choice to get like the same thing but in a more recyclable way, this is it. I also have a TikTok, we'll pop it up right here, of how I actually cut this, clean it so that I can recycle it. Well, I did it with my old David's toothpaste too, but it's the same thing. And if you know of any other zero waste toothpaste with fluoride, please leave it in the comments because I know not everybody has access to this one. So look in the comments if you're looking for another one that is with fluoride and in like recyclable or zero waste packaging. And then of course tweezers, hairbrush, you know, normal things. Literally nothing special about any of that. This other drawer, what is this? This is like Madison's Diva Cup, this is her drawer, not mine. Contact solution, glasses case, not mine, so we're not gonna talk about it. The third drawer is indeed my thinks. If you've never heard me talk about thinks before, this is my zero waste period routine right here. I have a whole video answering your questions about my zero waste period routine and my thinks routine specifically. So if you want to see that, I'll link it up here and you can check it out. Feel free to leave any questions you have below and I'll try to get back to you, because I do have a $10 off discount for Thinks underwear because I know that getting like a set of them can get pricey, but over time it definitely saves you money. And for me, it's just a peace of mind. I have a lot less leaks with Thinks than I ever did with regular pads, reusable pads, and it brings me a lot of peace of mind not creating more waste for my period. So I really, really, really like these, swear by them. Specifically, all the ones I have now are the high-waisted. Yes, they're super high-waisted. Those are the ones that I use. Are you okay? Anyway, I use the super high-waisted ones, but they have so many different cuts to choose from. No matter what your preference is, they probably have them for you. And they just recently, within like the last 6 months, I think, released their plus sizes. So definitely go check them out. I'll leave them linked in the description with my $10 off. In my little cabinet, I have my skincare stuff, which I don't want to spend too much time talking about, but I do need to do like an updated skincare routine for my secret newsletter. If you're not subscribed over there, go do it. I'll mention a couple brands that I think are worth checking out though. Ecosia, I talk about them all the time for years. I've been a big fan of them for a very long, I mean, this is, I don't even know what number bottle this is, but this is their hyaluronic C serum. And I use this every freaking day. I think they're a great brand. I also think Biossance is doing some really cool things in like the skincare sustainable innovation world. And also Tata Harper, very expensive, but a very sustainable brand in their ingredients and like ethical sourcing. And also Ren, also doing some incredible things with ingredients, but as well as packaging. Their goal is to be zero waste, and they're kind of like a huge brand. So that's a pretty big deal. Love all those. Oh, and then also I've talked about this before. This is a serum bar by Do Mighty, and it's more like an oil than just a serum, but this is a bar, which is pretty cool. And also Yay for Earth, if you don't know who they are, they make great like lotion for your face. And yeah, we'll leave skincare there. I also have my deodorant in here. Right now I'm using the Native's unscented one. They have a sensitive formula that I think is baking soda free. So this is not that. But if you're sensitive to fragrance, this is the unscented one, which I like the charcoal one, but I also really like the unscented one. And then this in here is actually their refillable one, which I don't know if they make anymore. I feel like they used it as like a test and now they don't have it. But the refills were same thing, like cardboard, and then it was like a roll up situation. I was testing that for a while because I was getting questions about it, but I'm not even sure if they're making that anymore. So I'm just working through this one, and then I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. But Native is also a brand I've been talking about for years. It's the only deodorant that didn't break me out and that actually worked to stop the stinking. My partner also uses it, and we did buy it in plastic for a long time until they started offering a plastic-free option, which we love to see. I love when brands listen to the customers and then they do what the customers want, and then the customers are happy. That's supposed to be the point of all that we are doing, is supporting brands and hoping that they'll do better, and then when they do better, they get our support. That's the whole point. Anyway, that's my skincare cabinet. So those are my zero waste bathroom essentials. I hope you learned something. I hope you found something maybe that you've been looking for, or you were able to take a recommendation from this video, or check the comments, because hopefully people will be leaving their recommendations down there as well. Super huge thank you to Who Gives a Crap for sponsoring this video and for supporting me for such a long time and being an incredible company for such a long time. If you want to check them out, like I said, there's $10 off with the code on the screen and the link at the top of the description. And remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. Bye, guys.